Hello and welcome back to the Water. My name is Beast and today we're back with more Klutzy Cupid, not Klutzy Cupid, that's the different one. Literally considering the sister in Ditsy Demons. Whoops. Anyways, Pringles. I don't know why I said that. I'm just getting into it. I don't know how long I'm gonna record today. Not even because tired or like got something to do tomorrow or anything like that. Nah. I just kind of woke up late and I really want to play some stuff on my own. So yeah. I think you could tell between A5 and now. I was having a lot more fun with A5. While it's not a case of reluctance to play this, I clearly also am not enjoying it as much as A5. Like I'm not enjoying it. However, I'm also not nearly enjoying it enough for me to be like, ayo, or like use up time for me to play on my own to play this. Anyways, it was now the middle of Golden Week. Even on public holidays, however, my club activities never stopped. After club practice had ended, I continued training by myself on the field. There were 3 months left until the summer tournament. Felt like a long time, yet no time at all. Still, the coach and everyone in the club is counting on me. I have to do my best. Not to mention Tsumu. To tell you the truth, I wanted to get back on speaking terms with him, just like before. But ever since I ran away from him before his confession, I have no idea what to do. If she was, I'd be extremely grateful. Because at this rate, I get the feeling I'd end up avoiding Tsumu forever. It wasn't right to expect someone else to patch up my relationships for me. Still. Been over a year since then, but I still think back to that day every now and again. It pains me a lot whenever it happens. Because it's the only way I can make amends. Lately, that's all I've been doing. I've been trying to run to take my mind off things, but that's only been increasing the amount of training I've been doing. Maybe I should take a little break. Remember the honey lemons ale had given me yesterday, along with the message, don't push yourself too hard. Had Tsumu actually predicted this? After all, we used to run together all the time. He probably saw right through me. Although nobody was around, I found myself talking to the sky. It was embarrassing, but I felt a bit of a weight lift off my chest as well. Can't believe how embarrassing that was to say. I began to run again to cool the fire in my cheeks. Since everyone else in the club had already left for the day, I was the only one in the field. There was no need to worry about anyone seeing my blush. Nevertheless, I felt a little lonely. Yeah, I guess. Just because I've realized how I felt about Isuzu now doesn't mean my thoughts have gotten any clearer. Still, I have no clue what to do. Thought I heard someone's voice just now. No! No, you get the fuck down there. I actually threw that fucking... Oh my god. I actually just threw that fucking tissue. And it bounced over the top of the slightly open cupboard and landed on top of it. Fuck off. No. Go in the trash. At seeing Masura's reaction, I realized what was going on. Apparently Kosuke was hiding in the shadows, stealthily drawing closer. She was mimicking the noise of a ninja might make while sneaking around, but I had to wonder if it actually had any effect. I know you're there, Kosuke. Stepping timidly out from the shadows of the kitchen, Kosuke walked up toward us. You telling me Kino was skulking around like that too? I thought these two were supposed to be our role model workers.
クルルちゃんもつむぐを心配してきてくれたのかな。はい、そうなんです。佐久間先輩の様子を伺っていると、以前よりもっと深く悩んでいる気がしますね。あ、それは僕も思った。なんだかいすずちゃんの秘密を知ったけど、どうしようか悩んでる感じ
？Are you psychic or something? I wasn't never close to the mark.
図星だったみたいですね。佐久間先輩、もしよかったらクルルたちに相談してくれませんか？でもそれは紡が。はい。ですから無理にとは言いません。だけどクルルは佐久間先輩を応援したいんです。
Kosuke. Come to think of it, when Kosuke found out Dale was living with me on the school rooftop, I promised her I'd keep her in the loop. Despite that, I haven't confided in her at all lately, so she must have thought something was wrong. Perhaps that's why she said she wanted to support me. Thanks, Kosuke.
急に優しい目をしてどうしたんですか？
I was just thinking about how kind the two of you are. I really appreciate it.
じゃあ、もしかして
There's something I'd like to talk to you guys about. Will you listen to what I have to say?
紡ぐ。はい、もちろんです。クルルに任せてください。僕も相談に乗るよ。話を聞かせてほしいな。
I could always count on these two. I'm lucky to have friends like these.
じゃあ早速と言いたいところだけど、まだ仕事中だし、後でかな。そうですね。お店が終わったら休憩室で待ってますから。
Alright, we'll talk then. Once we'd closed up for the day, I made my way to the break room as we'd arranged when...
なんか面白そうな匂いを感じたからちゃちゃ入れに来たぞ。
Kino insisted with a wide grin on her face. What the heck was she doing here? I turned to look questioningly at Masura, but he only shrugged an apology. Don't I get any say in this?
あるわけないだろ。ここは私のテリトリーだということを忘れるな。
He can also just leave. When you put it that way, there wasn't much I could say. Still, I suppose I didn't particularly mind Kino listening in. However, why is Ushiro here too?
後輩が悩んでいると聞けば、学園の先輩として相談に乗るのが務めだと思ってね。もしよかったら、僕にも話を聞かせてもらえないかな。
Ushiro.
店長も後ろ先輩も頼もしいお方ですし、お二人に相談してみるのもありかと思います。それにみんな先輩のことを心配して残ってくださったんですよ。いや、私は心配なんて全く。店長は少し黙っててください。だからここにいるみんなの胸を借りるつもりで話してみてください。どんな話でもみんななら受け入れてくれますから。
Thanks, all of you. After that, I recounted to everyone the story of how I'd injured my leg and quit the track club. Then I briefly explained my relationship with Isuzu and the conversation we had the other day.
そっか、いすずちゃんとそんなことが。
Once I'd finished speaking, Masura responded with a complicated expression on his face.
要約すると、乾先輩は佐久間先輩の選手生命を奪ってしまったという罪悪感を抱き続けている。一方で佐久間先輩はそれを否定したいけど、 向こうは強情になって聞いてくれないと。
それで紡くんはそんな彼女の気持ちを変えるにはどうすればいいかと悩んでいるわけだね。
Yeah, that's the gist of it. I thanked them for concisely summarizing my clumsy words and nodded.
すれ違いというものですね。
きっと僕らが仲介に入っても無駄骨だよね。むしろもっと悪化させちゃう可能性もあるし。
It was true, and Love Meal had already tried mediating between us, but that hadn't seemed to do much of anything either. And it wasn't because Love Meal's airheadedness either. That was simply how stubborn Isuzu was. And there's nothing I can do but wait for Isuzu to change her own mind after all. I'd like to think there's something else I can do, but I'm just not seeing it.
なあ紡ぐ、ずっと気になってたんだが、いすずちゃんって陸上部なんだよな。部活中はどんなエッチなユニフォームを着てるんだ？
This woman never changed, did she?
今の今まで珍しく黙っていたと思ったら、ずっとそんなことを考えてたんですか？そんなこととはなんだ？紡ぐのつまらん悩みに美少女が関わっているかどうかは私にとって由々しき問題なんだぞ。
Boring problems.
店長、先輩は今本気で悩んでるんですから。
ああ、はいはい、わかったわかった、真面目にやるよ。で、なんだ？要するにお前はその子と仲直りしたいというわけか？
Yeah, I just want to patch things up with her. It's my fault that she feels responsible for what happened to me, so I just want to be able to get rid of her of that guilt somehow.
Huh?
Suddenly Kino fixed me with a terribly cold stare. Huh? Did I say something wrong?
何についてうじうじ悩んでんのかと思ったら、そんなくだらないことを考えていたのか。なーにがあいつの抱えているものを取り除いてやりたいだ。かっこつけるのも大概にしろ。
Contrary to her teasing attitude from just a minute ago, Kino now wore a serious expression on her face.
第一、そう思ってるくらいなら真っ向からあの子にぶつかっていけばいいじゃないか。
If it was that simple, I would have done that from the start. But like I said, he's just too stubborn to listen. If I talked to her, she...
違うな。話に応じてくれないのはその子が強情だからじゃない。お前が未熟だからだよ。
Huh?
いすずちゃんの抱えている罪悪感をどうにかすれば仲直りできるなんて軽々しく考えているから、その子は話に応じてくれないんだ。お前な、いすずがとだらしなくほざいてばっかりいるが、肝心のお前はどうなんだ？今のお前にいすずちゃんと仲直りできる資格なんてあるのか？
Okay, I don't give... you've lost me, Kino. You fucking lost me.
相手の方から受け入れてくれるのをただ待っているだけのやつに仲直りする資格なんかない。相手が変わって自分は変わらないなんて不公平にほどがあ
Okay,
る
I
からな。
kinda get it, but at the same time, the entire issue comes from him being unable to run. If he could run, he probably would love to. So, like, I don't get it. Like, especially considering that, yes, Isuzu needs to change, considering her behavior right now is self-destructive.
紡ぐがしていることはつまりそういうことだ。店長、そんな言い方。
No, she's right. Everything I've said until now really has been arrogant. I've only been thinking about how to get Isuzu to see things my way instead of the other way around.
先輩。
I wanted to alleviate her guilt, convince her she was wrong. But with such a one-sided approach, it was only natural that we couldn't come to a mutual understanding. Arrogant, when Kino put it like that, I couldn't deny it. I don't get this plot point right now, personally. Isuzu wasn't the only one who had to change. I had a responsibility to change as well. But how do I...
紡くん、一つ聞いてもいいかな。
Before I could finish, Ushiro, who had been silent up until this point, interrupted me.
そもそも君はどうしてそこまで彼女にこだわっているのだろう。
Huh?
彼女が今デリケートな状態になっているというのなら、しばらくそっとしておいてあげるのも手だと思う。けれど君は今すぐにでも彼女とのわだかまりを解消したいと思っているんだよね。それはどうして？そんなに焦ってまで彼女にこだわる理由は 一体どこにあるんだい？
I wasn't in such a rush. Well, because I only had 90 days before the love note. Nah, that's not it. That was a secondary concern. The love note had originally nothing to do with this. The answer was much simpler. The reason I was so fixated on Isuzu, the reason I was in such a hurry to make up with her was because I love Isuzu.
先輩。
そうかい。
I don't know why, but it would have been even more hilarious if instead of like, oh, the realization. No, he's realized at this point already. Like the moment Anju was like, why are you so fixated? You should have just looked over like, because I like her. Are you stupid? Are you fucking daft? I feel like this is not, that would have not been that hard to figure out, my man. It's kind of obvious. Come on, think for 1 second. You're supposed to be Archangel. I shouldn't have said that out loud, should I? Hearing my answer, Ushio gave me a gentle
そう
smile.
やって自分の気持ちをはっきりさせておくのは大切なことだよ。正直になって初めて見えてくるものもあるのだから。
その通りだ、アンジュ。紡は少し見栄を張りすぎたな。それで、お前はこれからどうするつもりだ？
I want to go tell Isuzu directly how I feel. But you already tried to do that and she ran away from you. This entire conflict doesn't work because he openly was already intending to confess to her at one point and she fucking dipped. This has nothing to do with him needing to realize that he wants to get closer to her again because he likes her. He already realized it. He tried to convey it to her, but she didn't let him. This is not the issue here. What? Huh? The fuck? Story! Fix your shit! This don't make sense! These fucking writers, man. What the fuck's happening? There's also a whole thing where Kinu like first essentially mocked him, like, oh, do they wear the fucking skimpy clothes? She was shown to have like at least fucking common sense. So seeing that he's struggling with it, I feel like she wouldn't have immediately gone for that. Are there multiple writers on this? Wouldn't be fucking surprised, actually. Hold on, I'm looking this up. What the my Klutzy Cupid VNDB. Oh yeah, there's like 5 different scenario writers. So I wouldn't be too surprised if like the person who made like the characterization was different from the one that made this fucking route, so they just kind of like soft misunderstood what the fuck this was. Because yeah, she is very much about them cute girls, but I feel like she wouldn't like undermine someone's actual struggle to like go after their fucking friend in the recruitment process. Like, come the fuck on. But you made me realize that I'm not qualified to do that right now. When I think about it this whole time, I've been using my injury as an excuse to avoid facing Isuzu myself. Just said she'd run away from me. I've also been running away from her. I still don't get this. I still don't get it. The fact that we started drifting apart wasn't just Isuzu's problem. Yes, that was your problem from the start. But you have been trying to fix that. So I don't understand this fucking struggle right now. I'm mad. What the fuck is this? There's also my problem for being unable to face her all this time. So first I need to change myself. I need to become a type of guy who can look Isuzu straight in the eye and speak my mind. Only then can I tell her that I love her.
Oh, Tsumugu かっこいい!
Except it makes no sense!
どうやらもう心配いらないみたいだね。
Ah, thank you all of you. Turned and gave everyone a deep bow to show them my gratitude.
佐久間先輩、よかったですね。
Yeah, and I'm sorry for worrying you, Klutzy.
いえ、クルルも勉強になりました。相手を変えるためには、まずは自分自身が変わらないといけない。その通りかもしれませんね。
まあ、いくら本人が努力しても相手に響かない場合もあるけどな。
店長、余計なこと言わないでください。
No. She's right. People are fucking stubborn.
つむぐくん、君の恋応援しているよ。
頑張ってね、つむぐ。
Nodded deeply at their words of encouragement. I do have a minute. As soon as I returned home, I called out to Ale, who hadn't had a shift today.
つむぐさん、急にどうしたんですか？
Actually, I just got a bit of pep talk from Kino and the others at work. Thanks to them, I finally decided
決
something.
めた？何を決めたんです？
I'm gonna start running again. Okay, this tidbit does change things. If they mentioned that the doctor at this point had already said that he's allowed to run again. Because the last time we talked about this, we were told that he's still going to fucking checkups to this day. And if you still go to fucking checkups about this type of stuff to this day, I don't think it's fine to start running again. Like this, they just straight up withheld information to try to make a fucking point. Is that it? I'm fucking confused because before they made it seem like he is still like, he still can't run. Like, yes, he can walk normally, but maybe he would run with a fucking limp and it would start to hurt after like a couple of fucking minutes or something like that. That's what they made it sound like before. Not this.
走るって、つむぐさんは怪我が。
I know. When I ran with Isuzu after I left the hospital, I knew my leg wouldn't work the way it used to. But even so, I gave up. Although I hadn't lost the desire to run, I chose to neglect making an effort. So it was only natural I stopped being able to run after leaving the hospital. Because I let Isuzu seem like that, our relationship changed as a result. But this time I want to show her that I can run in front of her.
自分から険しい道を選ぶなんて、つむぐさんはすごいですね。
Okay, so it is still that bad. What are you doing then? Like, yes, work towards being able to run again, but quite frankly, you should have done that from the fucking start, you fucking idiot. But I feel like at this point, it's a bit late to start, potentially. Like, the injury's healed. Isn't it? Or is it still going fucking full frontal? This confuses me. Anyway, I don't see it like that. I don't think of myself as incredible either. I simply want to run for Jesus' sake, that's all it is.
今のつむぐさん、すごくかっこいい。
No, he sounds like a fucking retard! I wasn't trying to. You sure didn't fucking succeed to either.
はい、わかってます。
Going to stab the writers.
だったら、私にもつむぐさんのサポートをさせてください。今度は完璧にこなしてみせますから。
There's the fucking joke. Glad to hear it. In that case, can I ask you for a favor?
任せてください。
A few minutes later, after changing into my training clothes for the first time in a long time, I stepped outside. It's been a long time since I've done any stretching too.
いきなり走って大丈夫なんですか？
I'm just gonna do some light jogging today, I'll be fine. more importantly, you're sure Isuzu's already asleep, right?
窓に耳を当ててみましたけど、何も聞こえませんでした。
Flew up there to check, right? Must have been pretty surreal. I imagined what it would have been like to see a girl sprouting angel wings peeking through my bedroom window. Kind of cosplaying burglar, perhaps.
私だって一生懸命なんですからね。
Yeah, I know. Anyway, make sure to keep an eye on her. I'm sure she'd be worried if she saw me suddenly start running again, so let me know if she wakes up. We lived right next door after all, so I had to be careful.
わかりました。それではつむぐさん、気をつけていってらっしゃい。
Thanks. For the first time in a while, I set off on a jog throughout the town's nighttime streets. As I ran, the feeling of the evening breeze washing over me felt both pleasant and incredibly nostalgic. Can we just talk about how the fucking love note this time just straight up lied? Like, the love note is supposed to give advice that helps you get with the one you like. But this time it's just that it was just, wait. That's not the right fucking action. He's not waiting right now. He is working on himself. Wait is a passive action, not an active one. Like, the kind of advice it should have said in this case is something like, work to become someone that can make Isuzu accept herself. Or something like that. Like, it's still vague in the same way that the advice it gives tends to be. But it's certainly better than wait.
俺のキューピッドがポンコツすぎて怖い。
I didn't read that one, did I? I don't read that one, did I? What the fuck? As I ran, the feeling of the evening breeze washing over me felt both pleasant and incredibly nostalgic. A few days later, whenever I have free time, I've spent it running.
つむぐ、頑張ってるね。
Master, Kozaki, what are you doing here?
小泉先輩に話を聞いて様子を見に来ました。体調はどうですか？
Well, my stamina's not what it used to be, that's for sure. It doesn't take long for my legs to start to get sore too. But I've been taking frequent breaks before I start running again.
そうですか。無理しないでくださいね。
I know, if I hurt myself again, it'll all be for nothing after all.
そういえば店長から差し入れだよ。どうやら僕たちみたいにエールちゃんから話を聞いたみたいだね。
That's nice of her. Except the plastic bag full of muscle and side was a sports drink. First their encouragement, and now even their charity. I couldn't thank them enough. Thanks you too, I'll do my best.
応援してる。
クルルも応援してますから。
Everyone was supporting me. Someday I'd have to find a way to repay them. Mom!
兄さん、おかえりなさい。もう少しで晩ご飯ですから着替えてきてくださいね。
Alright. I gotta say though, this is pretty extravagant. In addition to the usual white rice and soup, the table was also lined up with high protein, low fat pork and soybean dishes, as well as fruits and yogurt.
はい、今日は特別メニューなんです。兄さん最近とても頑張ってますから、私も応援したくて。
Thanks, Uta.
いえいえ、ご飯のことなら任せてください。バランスのいい献立を考えておきますね。
It's reassuring to know I have such a caring sister.
兄さんってば褒めすぎですよ。
After that energizing dinner, I headed out one more time before bed to squeeze in a little more training.
つむぐさん、お疲れ様です。
You too, love meal. How was Isuzu doing
相
today?
変わらずトレーニングに励んでますね。すごい練習量です。
I see she must be doing a lot of running, huh? I've been having Love Meal keep tabs on Isuzu for me. Apparently she's been working incredibly hard. Couldn't let myself be outdone. Gonna run for a little while longer as well, so keep an eye on her for me.
はあ、やっぱりまたトレーニングしてくるんですね。
Yeah, is that a problem?
そういうわけじゃないですけど、ちゃんと休んでくださいよ。
Hey, don't worry about me.
まったくもう仕方ないですね。怪我しないように行ってきてください。
I won't. You're starting to sound like my mom or something.
最近ずっと無茶しそうな二人を見守ってますからね。お母さんっぽくもなりますよ。
I thought you were supposed to be an angel of love, not our babysitter. Nevertheless, I gave a wave of appreciation before setting out on my nighttime run. Now in this route, I actually like Ale.
俺のキューピッドがポンコツすぎて怖い。
Like, she's actually becoming a nice character. Too bad they had to fucking slaughter Kino in exchange. And you know, the storyline itself. After that, a few more weeks passed. Although I called out to Isuzu a couple of times, the responses were always the same. Still, I continued my training without hesitation. Then, just before our midterms rolled around, I announced to Ale that I decided to show you the results of my training.
でも大丈夫ですか？足の具合が悪い時もありますし、もう少し後でもいいんじゃないでしょうか。
That's true. But right now, I feel confident I can show Isuzu I can run.
ふむ、自信ですか？それもトレーニングの成果でしょうか？
I would say that. Training isn't just about running after all, it's also about reflecting on yourself. And after doing a lot of thinking, I decided now's the moment.
なんだかスポコン漫画みたいになってますね。
My beard is really annoying right now for some reason. I guess you're right. Ale and I looked at each other and laughed. It was finally time to show off the fruits of my labor. After a bit of an anxious wait, Isuzu came out at last. Yo, Isuzu.
つぶちゃん、どうしたのその格好。
It's been a while since I've worn these, huh? I hadn't worn my training clothes in front of Isuzu ever since that time she made me run with her after I was discharged from the hospital.
驚いちゃった。何かあったの？
Actually, I was thinking of getting back into running. I know my injury means I can't move like I used to, but that doesn't mean that I don't like running anymore. Yet I chose to give up on it.
つむち
Give
ゃん
up on it.
でも痛いのに無理して走る必要はないんだよ。バイトだって頑張ってるし、そっちに専念してもいいんじゃない？
Nah, there's something I can only obtain through running, so that's what I'm gonna do.
手には入らないもの？
Time that I can spend with you, Isuzu. Back then, of course, I ran to improve my time and hopefully place higher in the track and field tournament. But that wasn't the only reason I also ran because I had so much fun with you. The time we spent together was irreplaceable to me.
そんな、私なんてつむちゃんに怪我をさせちゃったんだよ。ひどいことしちゃったのに。
No, I'm the one responsible for my injury. I tagged along with you during your training session because I wanted to. You have no reason to feel responsible for what happened, Isuzu.
でも
You know what? Let's give it a try. If I'm able to run like I used to, you'll stop worrying about my injury, right?
だけど走るなんて。
Sounding uneasy, Isuzu looked at the ground. Need to be a little pushy here. Come on, Isuzu, let's go!
つむちゃん？
I grabbed her hand and set off at a run. At first, I had to drag her along, but Isuzu soon matched her pace with mine.
つむちゃん、本当に大丈夫なの？
I'm fine, I've got this. Let's take our usual route.
わかった。
Remembering the pace Isuzu and I used to run at before my injury, I concentrated on moving my legs.
ねえ、つむちゃん、手をつなぎながらだと恥ずかしい。
Is it? Doesn't bother me.
もう、つむちゃんってば話して。
You say that, but you're not trying to let go either.
だって手をつなぐなんて久しぶりなんだもん。
Gotta think of it, you're right. It was something we naturally did when we were kids, but stopped doing as we grew older.
でもちょっと走りづらいね。
That's alright. We can do it later then.
うん。
Sees a nod and let go of her hand. The warmth of her skin disappeared, but the warmth of my chest remained. Alright, we're just getting started. A short while later, we made our way along the road to school and arrived at the park. Our usual training route consisted of making a lap around the area before returning home. Until now, I was managing to run at my pre-injury pace. See, I told you I could do this.
すごいね。
前みたいに走れてるよ。
Even more amazing though, you don't sound out of breath at all.
これぐらい全然余裕だよ。ちゃんと練習してるからね。
It's been ages since we've chatted while running like this. This was really fun. However, just as we were about to exit the park, I felt something strange happening to my body. My leg throbbed with pain and I couldn't move forward the way I wanted to. Nevertheless, I couldn't let myself slow down. I had to show Isuzu I could do this.
つむちゃん、もう大丈夫だから、少し休もう。
No, I could keep going. I know I shouldn't be pushing myself too far, but Isuzu was right there, here next to me. I couldn't let her see me throwing in the towel. Move, damn you! I desperately moved my legs, trying to maintain my stride. However, suddenly I felt unpleasantly lightheaded.
つむちゃん、
My feet seemed to get tangled up and I collapsed to the ground. Damn it, I screwed it up.
怪我してない？大丈夫？すりむいてない？
Nah, just tripped, that's all. Isuzu jogged up to me, brushing the dust off my clothes. Though I fumbled the ball a bit, I couldn't stop now. No matter what it took, I had to finish this route. So let's get going.
でも、
Though my legs were still shaky, I stood back up. Steadying my breathing, I set my eyes ahead and took a step forward. Or at least I attempted to. Ah!
つむちゃん、
Unable to put any strength into my leg, I fell down again. That's frustrating. I used to be able to run so much more, but...
つむちゃん、十分だよ。私のために。ありがとう。だから、もう、無理しないで。
This is, sorry, I didn't mean to worry you again.
つむちゃん、
Fucking gotcha! You ain't running now! So I'm managing to get up, I pulled Isuzu into a hug. Truth is, I already decided to start running again quite a while ago. I've been practicing a lot until today. Killed my legs and I felt like giving up more than a few times, but whenever I thought about your face, I managed to keep myself going. By the time I realized that it was training day and night. While I trained, I had a lot of time to reflect on myself and think about a lot of things. And I realized there's something I've always wanted to tell you. I love you, Isuzu. I've caused you a lot of trouble, but I want to run again, together with you. So I want you to reflect on yourself too, Isuzu. I want you to tell me the truth. How do you feel about me?
そんなの決まってるよ。私も好きだってずっと言いたかった。本当は一緒にいたくて、話したくて。でも我慢してた。
I know, I'm sorry.
いいの。こうやって言えたんだから。つむちゃん、大好きだよ。
I love you too. Once I brushed myself up, once I brushed myself up, I stood up.
ねえ、つむちゃん、家まで歩こう。
It's probably for the best.
そうじゃないの。この前は私が先に帰っちゃったから。デートをしよう。
A date?
お散歩デート。たまにはゆっくり歩くのもいいかなって。
Isuzu smiled cheerfully. In that case, it was only one thing to do. Sure, but let's do it holding hands. It is a date, after all. Plus, you seemed really happy about it before when we were running.
嬉しそうなんて。
Not true?
すごく嬉しい。手つなごう、つむちゃん。
Holding out our hands to each other, we set off at a walk. We ambled leisurely through the neighborhood, talking about nothing in particular. As if all time we'd spent not speaking to each other had never happened, we chatted animatedly, having a great time. They missed the word again. They also missed the word in the last part. I just kind of like auto-corrected it in my brain without realizing it, I think. Because I certainly didn't fucking realize that something was off. Because at one point, like, it says Masura and I normally screw around a lot, but when it came down to it, he was a reliable friend. Well, actually, no, hold on, I think that's edited. I just realized I'm stupid. Yeah, here's the thing. I course corrected when I read this picture because I just thought it said a reliable friend here as well. But the moment I read that it was relishable friend, yeah, that's edited. Forget what I was about to say, and fuck you, Cactus, for making me look like a fool. No cap. I don't know why I just randomly said that, but hey, when the fuck do I ever know what the fuck I'm talking about, really, when you think about it? But all too soon, that kind
今日は2人
that
でゴールだね
that came to an end. That time came to an end.
まさかこうしてつむちゃんと手をつないで帰ってくることができるなんて思わなかったよ
Me neither. But we can do it anytime we want from now on.
嬉しい
Isuzu blushed, flashing me a gentle smile. Seeing her make that expression made it all worthwhile.
なんだかすごく幸せつむちゃん本当にありがと
I'm the one who should be thanking you.
うつむちゃんが私にしてくれたこと全部が嬉しかった抱きしめてくれた時は感動しちゃった
Really?
だってあんな風に抱きしめてくれたのは初めてだったからねえもしよかったらまたしてほしいな
You mean right here?
うんちょっと恥ずかしいけどダメかな
Nah, let's do it. I wrapped my hands around her back and pulled Isuzu's body into
つ
mine.
むちゃんの体あったかいね
So are you.
そっか私たち同じだね
She buried her face in my chest. It tickled a bit, but it was also rather pleasant. For a little while afterward, the two of us remained as we were. Eventually, though, haven't we been standing here for a while now? With her face still buried in my chest, Isuzu hadn't moved for some time now, so I decided to take a peek down at her. Hey, why the heck are you sniffing me?
ごめんねなんだかつむちゃんいい匂いがするから
This girl has a smell fetish. I do. Almost sweaty, though.
全然大丈夫もしかして私の方が汗の匂いする
Nah, you're fine.
そっかよかった
Isn't it embarrassing, though, sniffing somebody else?
うん想像以上に恥ずかしかった
And just from my own face, Isuzu's cheeks flushed slightly red. I had a feeling we were doing something incredibly awkward. Yes, you were. Did you always have such a sharp sense of smell before?
それがさっきまで考えたことなかったんだけど
Earlier?
実は抱きしめられた時、
Okay.
ドキッとしちゃってそれからつむちゃんの匂いを意識しちゃうの
I didn't know how to react to that cute expression she was making while hugging me. I hope she doesn't notice how fast my heart is beating. How fast my heart is beating. And incidentally, how does it make you feel when you smell me? Said you couldn't help but notice, but I was just wondering what you meant by that.
一番は安心するかな昔つむちゃんの部屋に行った時を思い出すの
See? I guess I can
あとは興奮
Excited?!
だって胸がドキドキするしもっと嗅ぎたくなるんだもん恥ずかしいとはちょっと違うでしょ
Guess not, but when I hear the word excitement, I can't help but interpret it as in a sexual way. Acting pretty bold today.
もしかしたらつむちゃんと恋人になって舞い上がってるのかもしれないね自分でもよくわからなくなってるもん
Well, I couldn't say I wasn't overjoyed either to finally be together with Isuzu. Probably wouldn't be able to stop smiling once I got home.
もうつむちゃんに恥ずかしいこと言っちゃったし、もう少しこのままでもいいかな。つむちゃんの匂い嗅がせてほしいの。
Alright, if that's what you want.
嫌じゃなかったらつむちゃんも私の匂い嗅いでもいいよ。
Smiling mischievously, Isuzu buried her face in my chest once more. Apparently she was just teasing, but maybe I will take her up on that offer. Fucking... enjoy that cursed noise.
つむちゃん。
Sorry, did that tickle?
ちょっとびっくりしただけだから。
Checking to make sure her face was still buried in my chest, I brought my nose close towards her again. This feeling. Faint tangy smell of her sweat and thirsty warmth of her body. Finally, the nostalgic smell that reminded me of the way we used to nap and cuddle together. Feels like we've been apart for too long. It wasn't just because of my injury, or that I quit track while I realized the simple fact of growing older had put a lot of distance between us. But it makes me pretty happy knowing that we can make up for all that lost time from now on. For a while I gazed down at Izu, but she still remained motionless in my arms.
つむちゃん。
Tickles, but I need to endure it until she was satisfied at least. I continued holding Izu, leading her body into hers.
つむちゃん。つむちゃん。
She was holding me as tightly as she could. I felt a soft sensation through my clothes.
スリスリ。
If she's pressed against me like that, I...
なんだか硬いものが。つむちゃん。
I can't help it! It's only natural to get like this when you glue yourself against me like that.
そうだよね。
Izuzu. After a short silence, Izuzu seemed to make up her mind about something and looked up at me.
ねえ、つむちゃん。久しぶりに私の部屋に来ない？
Oh, they fucking. Your room? You mean?
私、まだ離れたくないの。
Captivated by Izuzu's upturned eyes, I nodded.
いらっしゃい。
Thanks. Still holding hands with Izuzu, I entered her room.
ねえ、つむちゃん。まだ興奮してる？
Yeah, of course. But are you sure about this?
してほしい。この前はできなかったけど、今はできるから。
A girl who I'd known since I was little was coming on to me. As soon as I became aware of this, my body moved on its own. I swear to God, the women in this game are like fucking pocket succubi. Jesus. A little forcefully, I stole a kiss from Izuzu's mouth. Although her body stiffened up a bit at first, she gradually accepted my lips. It's more smooching sounds. You're so rough all of a sudden, Sumu says. Sorry, could not back anymore. It's okay, I asked for this after all, Izuzu says. You can do whatever you want to me, okay? Izuzu says. Swallowing hard and hard, I began to strip off Izuzu's clothes. And, not quite naked yet. She's still wearing a shirt. However... I feel like the wet spot on the panties makes it so I cannot show this. So, see you after the H scene. Okay, they're done fucking, but I already accidentally skipped ahead a few lines, and therefore know that she is naked. Also, I ought to delete these. I just realized. Anyways, after we'd finished our bath, we returned to Izuzu's room. However, I can't believe we forgot to bring our clothes, Izuzu says. Can't believe we walked back here naked. Stripping off the bath towels we'd wrapped around our bodies, we quickly got dressed. It was making me kind of nervous for some reason. Although we had already had sex both here and in the bathroom, Izuzu was right behind me naked. If I turned around right now, a little peek wouldn't hurt, would it? Slowly I turned my head so that she wouldn't notice. However, Our eyes met at the same time. But when I lowered my gaze a little... Nice! Isuzu was still naked. Her modest but supple breasts, toned waist, and were completely exposed. Naturally, my lower half began to stiffen after seeing like this. Crap. Don't tell me there's gonna be more. Sorry. Or my crotch hurt to turn it back around. Which was a favorite sumo. I couldn't help myself. It's only natural that I want to see you naked. Is it? Of course, the girl I love after all. Even though you already got to see so much of it before. I could stare at your body all day. Isuzu fell silent for a moment, then opened her mouth again. Said you could turn around to look at me again. Would you do it? That's... Of course. Then it's okay, go ahead. Oh, you tell me this still isn't done, actually? You can't cover yourself up bad. Okay, you know what? This is still H scene. I'm counting this as still H scene. See that? Okay, they didn't end up fucking again. However, the type of dialogue still makes it so I probably wouldn't have been able to record that realistically, anyways. However, it is essentially just reaffirmations of love and all that. The next day, just as I opened my front door, about to set off for school. Isuzu! Morning. I found a blushing Isuzu standing in front of my house. Were you waiting for me? Sure, I don't mind, but crap ale's coming. After I told her that things had gone so well with Isuzu last night, she'd been in unusually high spirits. Isuzu saw her, though. She was bound to have a lot of questions. Look behind me, I saw Ale in her angel form. How'd you transform so quickly? Guess you aren't totally clueless sometimes. Boy. Well, I suppose I expected too much of her to begin with. Nah, nothing. I don't know why she decided to give me a face full of thighs there, but sure, I guess. That love meal departed into the sky, into the air. Although I was the only one who could see her, I wish she'd be a little more cautious. Must have been the wind. Anyways, sorry for keeping you waiting. Isuzu smiled, seemingly unaware of the whispered exchange I just had with Love Meal. That was a bit too close for my liking. Just as I breathed a sigh of relief, however, I suddenly heard the front door opening behind me. Uta? Uta, who had just stepped out of the door to leave for school herself, suddenly bumped into Isuzu. As far as I know, this is the first time they've seen each other since the welcome party. Since there had been a bunch of other people present at the time, though, they hadn't really interacted face to face. Like me, Uta had fallen out of touch with Isuzu for a while too. As I thought, it's been a long time since the two of them had met. There was a definite awkwardness in the air. What? Guess this is up to me. As Uta's brother and as Isuzu's boyfriend, I was gonna take this opportunity and bring them back together. Uta? Huh? We looked at each other in surprise at the same time. Nah, it's okay. Guess we were both thinking the same thing. As the two of us apologized shyly to each other, we heard a small sigh of exasperation. Huh? Wait, you know what we were going to say? She is too accepting of this. She was only like... Thus far, only in Rinka's route was she like kind of against it at the start. So she's just been too accepting this entire time. I don't know what to make of this. Looks like she guessed the truth. Sorry, Uta, I should have told you sooner.
それに兄さんならきっと近いうちに私にも説明してくれたと思いますから。
I was glad to hear my sister trusted me so much. I felt myself tearing up a little.
それじゃあつむちゃん、私の方から話してもいいかな。私からうたちゃんにちゃんと説明したいの。
Alright. For the time being, I decided to let Isuzu handle the situation and gave her the floor instead.
うたちゃん、久しぶりだね。はい、お久しぶりです。最近はあまり話す機会もありませんでしたし。そうだね。だけどごめんね、突然押しかけて驚かせちゃった。いえ、構いません。それでいすずさん、話というのは？実は私たち付き合うことになったの。ちゃんと話して納得して仲直りできたから。そうだから、つむちゃんとは前みたいに会ったりすると思う。だけどうたちゃんともまた仲良くしたいの。どうかな。正直急展開すぎでついていけてませんけど、私もいすずさんと仲良くしたいです。よろしくお願いします。うたちゃん。
Two of them looked at each other and smiled. Thank goodness.
でもいすずさんに一つだけ忠告しておきます。兄さんに甘えるときは周りに気をつけてくださいね。気をつける？ゆうべここで兄さんに抱きついてましたよね。しかもくんくん匂いを嗅いでましたし。うたちゃん？はい、兄さんの帰りが遅いので外を見たら二人が抱き合っていたんです。
Seriously? You saw the whole thing?
つむちゃん、ちょっと走ってくるね。
Hey, where are you running off to?
止めないで、つむちゃん。私、あんな姿見られて、うたちゃんに変な人って思われてるよ。
Don't worry, she is too!
匂いフェチの変態ですね。
Uh-oh. It looked like Isuzu was on the verge of tears.
あれはちょっと匂いを嗅がせてもらっただけなんだよ。
You can see the panic in her eyes.
そうですか。うたちゃんの反応が冷たい。
Her eyes began to water as Uta fixed her with a deadpan stare. Suppose this was just how girls communicated.
ですが、ラブラブなのはいいことです。これからもたくさんイチャイチャしてくださいね。それでは、私は先に同行するので。
Hey, Uta! Before I could stop her, she ran past Isuzu, but not before turning around to grin at
悔
us.
しいですけど、二人ともすごくお似合いです。末永くお幸せに。
Waving her hand vigorously in the air, Uta dashed off towards school.
うたちゃん。
Well, I guess that all worked out in the end. After all that, the two of us made our way to school, feeling a little nervous.
あれ？つむぐといすずちゃん？
Yo, morning.
おはよう。
Masura stared in surprise when he saw us holding hands, but then, putting two and two together, grinned
へ
wildly.
え、そっか。うまくいったみたいだね。
Sorry about all the trouble I've caused you.
僕はこうなるって信じてたから。いすずちゃんもおめでとう。よかったね。
ありがとう、マスラちゃん。心配させちゃってごめんね。
大丈夫だよ。恋愛にすれ違いはつきものって言うし。だけどつむぐがどうやっていすずちゃんを口説いたのか後でこっそり教えてほしいな。
それは。
I didn't seduce anybody, I just confessed to her like a normal person.
本当に？体を抱きしめながらいすずのことが好きだみたいなロマンチックなやつを期待してたのに。
マソラちゃん、もしかして見てたの？
Isuzu!
当たってた？つむぐもやるね。
It was kind of embarrassing to hear him say that, but I let it slide. Probably would have dragged the truth out of Isuzu sooner or later anyway. That moment, a rather noisy individual arrived.
いやー、つむぐさん、やりましたね。
They're sounding awfully smug for some reason.
私は今回2人の仲を取り持つのに大活躍でした
からね。これはもう MVP と言っても過言ではないんじゃないでしょうか。
Yeah, I won't deny that. I appreciate the help.
つむぐさんが素直に感謝なんて、明日は雨ですか？
Boy, MVP, just take the compliment. No ale was much of a pain as ever. She really had helped me out a lot. Might not even be an exaggeration to say that she'd done the most.
エイルちゃん、私からもお礼を言わせて。話を聞いてくれて本当にありがとう。おかげでまたつむちゃんと仲良くなれたよ。
いえいえ、二人が恋人同士になれて私も嬉しいですから。これからはたくさんイチャイチャラブラブしてくださいね。
イチャイチャラブラブ？うん、頑張るね。
そうです、ファイトですよ。
Though Aile's advice was dubious at best, couldn't bring myself to make a retort since I was secretly hoping for it myself. Flirting all lovey-dovey, eh? Before long it was lunch break in the blink of an eye. Incidentally, I was having lunch in a rather unusual location today.
つむちゃん、
Great.
よかった。つむちゃんにいっぱい食べてほしかったからおかずを多めに入れてきたな。
While we were making a rather sickening display of public affection, I paid no attention to anyone who might be watching. That said, according to Isuzu, this was a secret spot that people rarely came to anyway. Still, I'm surprised she knew about this spot. I had no idea it existed at all.
部活の最中にたまたま見つけたの。一人で考えたい時とか集中したい時に来るんだ。
I'm gonna pull on the fucking tongue if you don't put if you can't don't tongue is hard. You don't pull it back. You should have brought me
つ
there.
むちゃんは
Here
特
then.
別だよ。だから二人で会いたい時はこの場所を使おう。
That's my tongue now. You're my child now. Sounds like a plan. Thanks for showing me this place. Afterward, we continued to chat about nothing particular, enjoying our lunch together. Thanks for the food. Thanks for the food. It was delicious.
喜んでもらえてよかった。また用意してくるから楽しみにしててね。
I definitely will. I was blessed. Filled with a sense of satisfaction, I looked up into the sky. The weather's great today, too. Never imagined I'd be able to spend such a relaxing time with Isuzu. Huh? Suddenly I felt a pleasant weight on my shoulders. Isuzu? Oh.
なんだかつむちゃんにくっつきたくなっちゃった。いいかな？
More than okay. You could snuggle even closer if you want. Stretched out my arm and wrapped it around her shoulders.
つむちゃん？いつの間にこんなことしてくれるようになったの？
I just wanted to snuggle up a bit with you too.
そっか。嬉しいな。
She hugged my arm, leaning in even closer. A gentle breeze blew over us as we savored the warmth of each other's bodies.
ねえ、つむちゃん。誰もいないね。
Doesn't seem like it. We looked over the field, chatting aimlessly. Though the faint voices of students playing in the distance could still be heard, the spot was extremely tranquil.
ねえ、つむちゃん。いけないことしよう。
Some naughty.
つむちゃんとキスしたいなって。
Pretty forward today.
ダメ？
No, I do, too. As Isuzu closed her eyes, I pressed my lips lightly to hers. After a long kiss, we pulled our faces apart.
学園でキスしちゃったね。
Looks like you enjoyed that.
いけないって分かってても自分の気持ちに素直になると楽しいんだね。もっと素直になってもいいかな。
Of course. Whatever you want, just say the word.
つむちゃん。
Isuzu's expression changed from one of embarrassment to one of arousal. Seeing this, my pulse began to quicken as well.
ねえ、もう一回。
Sure, but I'm gonna be a little rougher this time, alright. gaining Izu's quiet consent, I pressed my lips to hers once again. Kissing her somewhat forcefully, I groped her body up to my heart's content. Then giving her sensitive breasts a squeeze, I pushed my lips against her even though... Yeah, we get it. We get it! You're about to engage in an H scene! Izu's face was already looking tipsy. My excitement grew as well as the blood began to rush to my lower half. Okay.
そこが大きくなってる。
Can we do it?
して私のこと
Can't hold back anymore either,
抱い
Izuzu
てほしい
says.
な。
And that's against the trees. So you have to the H scene.
つむちゃん。
お疲
They're
れ
done
様。
doing the fug.
休憩終わったから交代するよ。
Great, thanks. After school I went to work at Fairy Tale as usual. Now that the evening rush was over, the number of customers had begun to dwindle as well. Since this was the perfect time to take a break, I decided to use this opportunity to tell them the news. Oh, I'm beat.
佐久間先輩、お疲れ様です。
なんだつむぐも休憩か？
Yeah, I was just about to. By the way, do you two have a moment to talk?
クルルは大丈夫です。
私も問題ないぞ。客足も落ち着いたしな。
Great, in that case, I've got an
報
announcement.
告だと？
Right, it's about those troubles I asked you all for help with last
つ
time.
むぐの悩み？何かあったっけか？
Huh? You already forgotten all the great advice she'd given me?
もう店長ってば乾先輩の話ですよ。
おお、あの可愛い幼馴染の話か。
Can't believe you actually forgot, Kinu. Your words of encouragement had meant a lot to me, you know.
まあ言った本人なんてそんなものさ。それであの子とはどうなった？
Right, well, thanks to everyone's help, I managed to work things out with her.
本当ですか？よかったですね。
わざわざ報告してくれるなんて気が利くじゃないか。
It's the least I could do, after all the worry I caused you.
そうか。いい顔になったな。
Kozaki nodded in agreement. Really couldn't thank them enough. Whoops.
解決したってことはもしかして乾先輩に告白したんですか？
Yeah, that's right, we started dating now.
すごい。まさかもうそこまで進展してるなんて。なんだか佐久間先輩の悩みを知ってたからこそ感動しますね。
Kozaki's eyes began to tear up with
よ
joy.
かったな。
Thank you two for everything, I mean it.
私はただ適当な話をしただけさ。彼女ができたのはお前が頑張って掴んだ結果だ。誇っていいぞ。
Thank you, Kinu. She really felt incredibly reliable today. Had she always been like that?
なあクルル、今の私ちょっとかっこよくなかったか？
そういうのを言っちゃうところはかっこよくないです。
それもそうか。
Sounded as though Kinu was in a good mood. As then the door to the break room opened and a voice called out to us.
お疲れ様でーす。
Master, aren't you supposed to be working?
お、なんだ？堂々とサボりか？
違いますって。つむぐにご指名が入ったから呼びに来たんだよ。
Asking for me? We're not that kind of establishment, you know.
まあまあ、行けばわかるよ。
Huh? Headed over to the table Masura indicated to take their order. Sitting there was...
つむちゃん。
Isuzu! Isuzu, on her way home from practice, was drinking a cup of juice from the drink machine. What are you doing
た
here?
またま部活が早く終わったから寄ってみたんだけど、ごめんね。迷惑だったかな。
Not at all, I'm happy to see you.
私もつむちゃんに会えてよかった。エイルちゃんに感謝だね。
Ale?
実は最初軽く食事をして帰るつもりだったの。だけどお店に来たらエイルちゃんにすぐ見つかっちゃって。それで私がマソラさんに伝えてつむぐさんを呼んできてもらったんです。
Oh, where did you come from?
もうお化けみたいに言わないでください。
Then don't just appear out of thin air like
エ
that.
イルちゃん、つむちゃんを呼んでくれてありがとう。お仕事の邪魔をしちゃってごめんね。いえいえ、これくらいお安いご用です。それでは私は仕事に戻りますね。
Oh, you're surprisingly diligent today.
はい、まだお仕事中ですから。それではごゆっくり。
With that, Ale virtually skipped away and disappeared.
おほ、感心感心。エイルのやつちゃんと仕事に戻ったじゃないか。
Oh, sorry, Kino. I'll get back to work as soon as possible.
別にさほど休憩してなかったし、お客さんも少ないから構わないよ。それよりいすずちゃん、せっかくだから何か食べていくといい。歓迎会でも言った通りサービスするぞ。いいんですか？もちろんだ。今日は初回サービスとして好きな料理をプレゼントするぞ。ありがとうございます。ちなみに紡のシフトはあと1時間ほどだから、それまで待っているといい。でも
What do you mean this man has a break an hour away from the end of his shift? That doesn't make any sense. Just work for like the time you would have your break and then go home earlier. Like, let's say he has like a 15-minute break. Like, sit down, maybe eat like a quick meal or something. Like maybe like a fucking sandwich that he already has prepared, if he's hungry or something like that. Just skip that. Just instead of working an hour more, just skip the break and go home a bit earlier.
まあまあ気にするな。じゃあ私は行くからな。ゆっくりして行ってくれ。
Like Gail, Kino left with a smile on her
歓
face.
迎会の時から思ってたけど、店長さんいい人だね。
Yeah. In fact, the whole restaurant was full of nice people. I had to pay them all back one day. Anyway, it seems like your meal's on the house today. What would you like?
それじゃあ甘いものにしようかな。
Thought you'd say
だ
that.
ってファミレスのスイーツってメニューを見てるだけで美味しそうなんだもん。
I've heard that before. We often get a lot of customers who have trouble deciding what dessert to get after dinner.
どうしよう。いろいろあって迷っちゃう。
Well, I'd recommend trying the fruit parfait. It's only available for a limited time.
じゃあそれで
You sure?
つむちゃんのおすすめ食べてみたいもん。
Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Later, after work. Once my shift was over, I met up with Isuzu, who'd been waiting for me, and the two of us made our way home together. By the way, was it just me, or were you staring at me the whole time I was working?
気づいてたの？
I'd feel your eyes on me. Whenever I passed by Isuzu's table, I'd get the feeling she was gazing at me with a passionate look.
それはつむちゃんのウェイター服姿がかっこよかったから。
Think so?
なんだかすごく大人っぽく見えた。
It made me kind of embarrassed when Isuzu complimented me so
ま
straightforwardly.
た今度見に行ってもいいかな。
Sure, you can come visit whenever you want. I feel like I'd work even harder than usual if I knew Isuzu could show up at any time. But you know, it's only fair that I get to see you dressed in a different outfit as well.
私？例えば？
Waitress uniform, maybe? No, I was obviously used to seeing Ale and Kozaki wear them too. Restaurant's uniforms were actually rather elaborately designed. I was sure it'd look great on Isuzu too.
それはちょっと着てみたいかも。
Awesome, maybe you could even serve dinner in it or something.
つむちゃんに？
Of course, I don't want you serving anyone else but me.
もうつむちゃんってば。
I suppose this is what they called being possessive.
だけどウェイトレス服なんて持ってないよ。
Well, I don't think I'll be able to take one of the fairy tale uniforms home, but I could probably buy or rent one that looks similar to it. That said, I have a feeling Kina might actually be willing to lend me one if I told her what it was for.
そうなんだ。ねえ、ちなみにウェイトレスとメイドさんって何が違うのかな？両方とも可愛い服を着てるけど。
Well, I'm pretty sure waitresses only serve people food, whereas maids do much more than that. Why do you ask? You feel like trying on a maid uniform too?
うん、ちょっと思っただけ。だけどメイドさんの場合、相手をご主人様って呼んだりするよね。
I guess so. She was talking about one of those so-called maid cafes, that is.
ねえつむちゃん、もし私がつむちゃんのことご主人様って呼んだらどう思う？
I'd be worried about your son being called Naoya Yamato. What do I think? To be honest, I'd be pretty turned on. Well.
つむちゃん迷ってる。もしかして興奮しちゃう？
You're asking that because you already know my answer, don't you?
うん。ちょっと期待しちゃった。今後の参考にしようと思って。
Future reference? Is she planning on doing that sort of roleplay with me sometime?
もう、
Someday?
つむちゃんってば、エッチな顔してる。そんなにご主人様って呼ばれたいの？
That's part of it, but mostly I just want to see what it's like. Yeah, you only ever call me by my nickname after all.
そうだね。つむちゃんは昔からつむちゃんだから。
On second thought, hearing he's using that nickname just felt right somehow.
でも、いつかつむちゃんを違う呼び方をする時が来るのかな。
Like what?
あなたとか？
That better be the after credits scene or I'm going to shoot up a Walmart in Minecraft. Whoa, hold on, you mean?
うん。結婚したらお嫁さんになるわけだから。
You couldn't believe he was already thinking that far ahead.
なんだかすごく恥ずかしいね。
You're right, though. I can't wait for that day either. But until then, you're gonna keep calling me Tsumu. I really like that nickname.
そっか。そうだね。つむちゃん。
Isuzu grabbed my arm and hugged it tight. Tsumu, huh? Isuzu was going to stop calling me that one day. I wanted to hear it as many times as I could before then. A short while later, we arrived in front of our houses. Chatting a bit longer, we decided to say goodnight.
つむちゃん、また明日だね。
Are you gonna walk with me to school tomorrow too?
朝練がないから大丈夫。今日と同じ時間に迎えに行くよ。
Sounds good. Felt my heart swelling with happiness at the thought of seeing Isuzu in the morning again.
なんだか私たち子供みたい。
But we've done some pretty adult things too, haven't we?
もう、つむちゃんってば。
Isuzu's face flushed pink at my words.
期待してもいいのかな。その別れのキスしてほしいなって。
Sure thing. Closing the distance between us, I pulled Isuzu into my arms. The two of us pressed our lips together. The longer we kissed, the more passionate it became. Although the night air was a little chilly, my body felt incredibly warm. As that strange sensation spread over me, our lips finally parted.
またうたちゃんに見つからないかな。
I think we're fine. She's usually preparing dinner around this time.
そっか、さすがうたちゃんだね。でも今日はこれくらいにしないと心配させちゃうから。
Reluctantly, I let go of Isuzu's body.
そうだ、つむちゃん。今度の休日なんだけど空いてないかな。
This weekend? I think so.
他
Why?
の部活がグラウンドを使うことになったから練習が休みになったの。だからもしよかったら一緒に遊びに行かない？
Sure. Is there anyone we want in particular you want to go?
つむちゃんとならどこでも。
I don't know why I decided to eat that as if it wasn't a fucking Pringles ad. Oh well. Made my heart throb hearing her say that so shyly. In that case, I hope we take a nice slow stroll around town for once.
そうだね。食べ歩きとかしたいな。
Isuzu looked ecstatic as a wide smile spread across her face. Couldn't wait for this weekend either.
俺のキューピッドがポンコツすぎて怖い。
Okay, I feel like I ought to save here and depart because my instincts are telling me there's not a lot left. Let me make sure though.
俺のキューピッドがポンコツすぎて怖い。
うんうん。可愛い僕をもっと見たい。
なんだかちょっと照れちゃうね。
Yeah, not a lot is left. It's probably gonna be like one more CG, or two more CGs, one H scene, credits, after credit H scene, then like a regular after credit CG, because that's what it was like for here as well. Yeah. Yeah, it was similar for Rinka, so it's likely gonna be like that here as well. It helps that we are closing in on 50% completion, and realistically 50% completion should mean half the routes done, considering that there's 4 main girls and 2 sub-routes with like roughly this, actually exactly the same amount of content. And you look at it like this. Yeah, actually, hold on, I'm gonna go to memories.
仕方ないわね。
I'm gonna go here.
こういうのが好きなんでしょ
Yeah, there's one more here. Probably because they probably like fused one of the H scenes for Minekoshi. Since while Kururu has 3 H scenes, only one of them has 2 CGs for it. So that's likely the case.
おお、いいぞいい。
兄さんと私のラブソングはどこにあるんです？
Sorry, I just really like Duka. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, yeah. See you next time. Bye bye. It's also the button is also gone. No longer Kinu birthday. Bye.